Hi everybody, this is Algebra 1, Lesson 34, and this lesson covers greatest common factor. Alright, so this asks us to find the greatest common factor between these two terms right here. And we've already done greatest common factor when you're doing fractions. So to find the greatest common factor, first we're going to look at the numbers. So we've got 8 and 12, and the greatest common factor between 8 and 12, that means something that goes into 8 and something that goes into 12. They both have 2 will go into them, but you could also do 4 into both of those. So 4 times 2 would be 8, and then 3 times 4 would be 8. So they both have 4 in there. So the first thing we can pull out is the number 4. Make my pen a little smaller there. Alright, then we're going to look at z. So if we look at both of these, we could have 4 times 2 would be 8, right, for this one. And then z to the 4th, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4 z's. And then m squared would have 2 m's. And then we got 1 p. For the other one, our 12 would be 4 times 3. And then we'd have 3 z's. And then our m's, we would have 4 of those. And our p's, we have 2 of those. So what we have to do is find the ones that are in common here. So we've got, both of them have a 4. Both of them have 1, 2, 3 z's. So z to the 3rd. M's, we've got 1, 2. And then p's, we have 1. So there's our greatest common factor, the number that'll go into both of those. Alright, let's try another one without writing it all out like that. So for this one, first we're going to need to find our number part. So what number goes into both 4 and 8? That would be 4. Okay, how many x's do they have in common? This one has 2 x's, this one has 1 x. So they both have at least 1 x. The y's, this one has 3 y's, this one has 2, so they both have at least 2 y's. And our z's, we've got 1 and 3, they both have at least 1 z. So there's our greatest common factor for that one. Alright, this one, we've got 3 terms here. So 1, 2, and 3 different terms. The greatest common factor between 2, 4, and 16 would be 2. And the greatest number of x's that they have in common, this one's got 2, this one has 3, and this one has 2. So they both got, all 3 of them have at least 2 x's. That's x squared. For our y's, you're basically just looking for the lowest exponent. So it would just be y1. And then our p's, it'll be 1p. So there's the greatest common factor for that one. Alright, go ahead and pause the video and work the practice problems, and then I'll work them for you. Alright, so hopefully you pause the video to work these practice problems. A wants us to find the greatest common factor for, we've got 6x squared y to the 3rd m minus 14x y to the 5th m squared plus 24x 10 y to the 6th m to the 4th. Alright, so first we're going to look at our number part. We've got 6, 14, and 24. So I would say that 2 is going to go into all those. And then our lowest exponent on our x would be this one right here, so it would just be 1x. And then our y's, we've got the lowest y would be 3. And our m, the lowest one would be 1. All right, for B, (5a squared b squared c squared) 60 a to the third b to the third c to the third, and 30 a to the fourth b to the fourth and c to the fourth. Okay, so for this one we're going to look at our number part first. We've got 5, 60, and 30. 5 will go into all of those. For A, our lowest exponent on A is a squared. Our lowest exponent on B is b squared. And our lowest exponent on C is c squared. So there's that one. All right, and then C, we've got 12x y to the fifth p is 16 x to the 6th y squared p to the 16th plus 28 x to the third y p to the 5th. All right, so first we're going to look at our number part. 12, 16, and 28. Let's see. 4 will go into all those. Yeah, because this will be 3 times 4. This one will be 4 times 4 and 7 times 4. All right, and then our lowest exponent on x will be 1. They've all got at least one x. Our y, that's y to the 5th, y squared, 1y, so 1y right there. And then our p will be 1p. So there's that one, 4xyp. All right, that was a pretty easy lesson, and that's it for lesson 34. Thanks for watching.